For the second straight week, Friday night lights for the University of Tulsa football team as they played host to the Memphis Tigers at H.A. Chapman Stadium. Find out what happened next on the Philip Montgomery Show.
The Philip Montgomery Show, brought to you by St. Francis Health System, by River Spirit Casino, by Pepsi, and by Bill Knight Ford. Now your host, Bruce Howard.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Philip Montgomery Show. I'm Bruce Howard. The Golden Hurricane on Friday playing host to the Memphis Tigers. Tigers, the 21st ranked team in the country, and showed why as they defeated the Hurricane 41-14. In a moment, we'll have the lead up to the game and then first half highlights. That's next on the Philip Montgomery Show. 28th all-time meeting between the University of Tulsa and Memphis, with Memphis leading the all-time series 16-11. And let's get the lead up to the game and then first half highlights. My broadcast partner Rick Corey and head coach Philip Montgomery. Gentlemen?
All right, thanks, Bruce. Coach, coming into this game, you know Memphis is a very powerful offensive team, and they can do it a lot of ways. 4 running backs, a couple of great receivers. What concerns you most about them offensively?
You know, they've been balanced all year in their attack. Riley can get really hot, and the explosive plays is kind of what scares you, because, you know, they got a bunch of 2-play touchdown drives, 1-play touchdown drives, 3-play touchdown drives. So eliminating those explosive plays, but you still got to defend all the field. They do a good job of spreading it out. I thought our defense really handled it well. You know, Miller, I don't know what his lowest total was, but it had to be close today.
Yeah, and you know, when it comes to defense, these guys didn't have great numbers, but you look out there and saw a lot of athleticism as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, these guys fly around to the football. They do a good job schematically and changed a lot for us. Really hadn't seen what they were doing on tape, and I thought we made good adjustments in the first half and got a chance to kind of take advantage of some of those things, but we were just executing at a much better level in the first half than we did the second.
Well, and speaking of that first half, let's take a look at those first half highlights. It's blackout night at H.A. Chapman Stadium, Tulsa, and the Memphis Tigers.
It's first down from the 7-yard line. Fake handoff, rolling out to the right. Big rush on. He throws a screen pass, and that screen pass is caught by Henderson, right side 15, 20, boundary 25, and nudged out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Scoreless game. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Henderson. Up the middle, big hole, 35-40. Dives forward to the 41, 42-yard line. Cooper Edmiston. He had 6 catches for 83 in the big win over UCLA. And now here's a reverse, and rolling out to the right is Miller, and he will fling it downfield on a special play, and he completes the ball all the way down to the 10-yard line. Ferguson out of the shotgun, has the snap, fake handoff, rolls to the right, rolling, pressure coming, throws to the left side. There's a man wide open and nobody even close. Gun to his right is D'Angelo Brewer, 1 receiver to the right, 2 receivers to the left, back to pass, Skipper throws to the right side, and it is caught by Hobbs, and Hobbs is wrestled down at the 12-yard line. And 2 receivers near side left. And here's a toss to the left side, cutting it back. Brewer cuts through the hole, gets it to the 20, 25, to the 30, the 35, to the 40, and diving forward ahead to the 42-yard line. As Wyndham made the saving tackle, otherwise that one might have gone all the way, as TU on a quick snap and a quick toss, and near side left is Carter. Out of the shotgun, Skipper has the snap, handoff left side around the corner. Brewer fakes a man out, near side numbers 30, 25, near side boundary 20, down to the 15 and nudged out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Brewer with a 22-yard gain and a first down. Tulsa at the 14 of Memphis. Hobbs to the right, 2 receivers, short side of the field on the left, and fake handoff, taking it himself is Skipper off the left side to the pylon. Touchdown. Touchdown, Luke Skipper. And the Golden Hurricane has made it 7-6. As Skipper on the read option took it himself and took it in. All right, 1st and 10 at the 25. That one unreturnable, though, as Redford kicked it out of the back of the end zone. Handoff up the middle, Henderson. Henderson veering to his left, and he gets it across the 30 to the 34. Ferguson out of the shotgun. Has the snap and throws to the left side. Catching it is Pollard. Pollard around the corner, breaks a tackle, far boundary 45-50, 45-40 to the 30, breaking another tackle, cuts back 25 to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, dives into the end zone, touchdown. Tony Pollard out of the shotgun skipper, and again Memphis showing blitz, and here they come. Toss to the right side, and it's Brewer. And then Brewer cutting back, gets it outside the right hash mark, and he just powers his way across the 40 and out of the shotgun skipper. Awaits the snap and has the snap, and here comes the blitz. They pick it up, throw to the right side, down the field, caught by Stokes at the 30, cuts it back center of the field to the 25 to the 20, cuts back again, and dives inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. And a gain of 44 for the Golden Hurricane as Hall and Wyndham combine on the tackle, and TU with the long gainer for Skipper. And President out of the shotgun, motion by Minner, and President runs it off the left side, cuts it up the middle to the 5, bangs into a guy at the 1, and leans into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulsa. Chad President scoring on an 8-yard run, and Tulsa has made it 14-13. We'll call it a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Ferguson snaps it. Now he throws it to the right side. A man is open out there, and it is caught at the numbers at the 50 by Miller, who stumbles forward for another 3 or 4. 1 of 3 on third down conversions. Here's the snap to Ferguson. Back to pass. Sets up an inside screen, and it is caught by Mayhew at the 40 inside the numbers. Gets it to the 35, down to the 32, and has a first down for Memphis. 2nd down and 8 from the 19-yard line. Game tied at 14. Back to pass Ferguson. Ferguson throws toward the right corner, and a diving reception, and that's a touchdown Miller. Miller beats Williams in the right corner of the end zone.
At halftime, the Golden Hurricane trailing 21-14. We'll talk halftime adjustments and get you the second half highlights next on the Philip Montgomery Show. At halftime, the University of Tulsa is down by just 1 score. It's 21-14. Memphis to get the ball to start the second half. Let's go to Rick Corey and head coach Philip Montgomery with adjustments and second half highlights.
All right, so coach, at the half, you had a really big stand on a drive right before the end of the half. That had to take some momentum in the locker room, did it?
Yeah, it did. You know, I thought we really played a good first half. Now, we were down 7, but felt good in the position that we were in. Knew they were going to get the ball and coming back out in the second half. Needed to get a stop there, and then offense, we needed to go down and get some points, and that's kind of was our battle cry as we came in and out of the locker room at halftime.
Were there any 1 or 2 big suggestions or things that you guys were trying to change up at the half?
Well, obviously we had to change some things schematically to adjust what they were doing, and I thought we made some good adjustments. We just didn't stay consistent enough offensively and take advantage of those. We never really got to stay on the field long enough to really take advantage of it. And then defensively, made a couple of good adjustments. Obviously, they're making adjustments too. You know, I think towards the end of it, obviously, with us not staying on the field offensively, defense was out there a long time, and really that was the detriment to us.
Yeah, and it actually starts right here. A 17-play, 6.5-minute drive to start the second half. Here's the highlights, Tulsa and Memphis.
Patera Wilson is now that stand-up end for the Golden Hurricane on 2nd down and 10, and the handoff goes straight up the middle, and Henderson tried to break a tackle at the 30, but he got knocked down at the 30, leans forward to the 31, and again this drive started at their 10-yard line. Here's the snap and the handoff up the middle, big hole for Taylor as he gets it forward to the 50, to the 45, and dives to the 42. And started at their 10-yard line, leading 21-14. Ferguson back to pass, pump fakes, now pump fakes again, and throws far side. Pass was caught. Was he inbounds? Yes. Under center, Ferguson, I backfield, dotting the I is Taylor. 4th and 1. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Left side, diving into the end zone. Touchdown, Taylor. 1st down and 10 at their 37-yard line for Memphis. And rolling out to the left, Ferguson. Quick throw, and it is caught over there by Mayhew. Gets around a guy, 45-50. 45 of Tulsa, breaks a tackle inside TU territory. 35-30, down to the 26-yard line. Out of the hold of Evan Mitchell. And here's the kick. It is on the way, and it is good on 3rd and 5. He has the shotgun snap, back to pass Ferguson, throws over the middle, caught at the 33-yard line for a first down. They've been ball control in the second half, where in the first half they were quick strike. Back to pass Ferguson, throws near side, a man wide open to the baseline. He catches it at the 12-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Ferguson on 2nd and 7 from the 9-yard line. Fake handoff, Ferguson throws over the middle on a slant, touchdown Memphis, as catching the ball was Kadarian Jones on the slant. Out of the shotgun, Ferguson has the snap and hands it off up the middle, and banging forward as Henderson's able to break a tackle to the 40, to the 50, to the 40 of Tulsa, the 30, and shoved out of bounds at the 20. Out of the hold of Evan Mitchell. Snap back, ball down, here's the kick. on the way, and it is good. And it's first down and 10 for TU. Skipper back to pass, throws near side, caught by Hobbs, skips around one guy, but gets nailed right there at the 45 of Memphis, gain of about 7. 2 receivers far side left, 2 receivers near side right. Here's the snap. Skipper back to pass, blitz coming. They pick it up, throw to the left side, caught by Johnson. And Johnson is slung down at about the 41-yard line. First down and 10 at the 42. Skipper back to pass, has time, throws over the middle and behind Johnson, who makes a nice sliding catch as he falls down at the 34. Out of the shotgun, Skipper has the snap, now throws quickly left side. Johnson catches it at the numbers at the 30 and then submarines underneath and dives forward to about the 26-yard line. Stewart to the left, 3 to the right. Out of the shotgun, Skipper has the snap, drops back to pass. Here comes a blitz. He rolls to the right, rolling, waiting, now flinging it downfield, intercepted at the 10-yard line, and coming to the near side to the 15 is Carlito Gonzalez.
So the final 41-14, Coach, I think that's a little misleading. Your defense got tired. They were out there an awful long time. You had 3 3-and-outs in a row at one point offensively. Your guys defensively, I thought, played their tails off.
Nah, I thought they really did. I mean, the 17-play drive, we had a couple of opportunities there to get off the field that we needed to get off. But you got to give it to our defense for continuing to go out there and continuing to fight. Just got wore down a little bit there towards the end because they were on the field too much, and that just means more offensively. You got to take more pride about what you do. You got to be consistent about what you do, and you got to stay on the field.
You know, certainly you mentioned consistency. Much better, I thought, in the first half offensively. What changes in those situations? What kind of things happen in the second half that caused that?
You know, it's just all about momentum and taking what the defense gives us and making sure that we're making good decisions with the football in our hand. You know, whether that's you know, on a play that I have an option to push the ball down the field. Do I really need to push it right here? Do I need to just hand it off and let our defense get some rest and allow us to continue to keep working? But you got to do both. I mean, as heavy as they're loading the box, you got to be able to make those throws and catches and keep chains moving.
Yeah, a lot of the run blitzes tonight as well. So Tulsa has a little time off before South Florida. We'll talk about how they handle that when we come back on the Philip Montgomery Show.
Welcome back to the Philip Montgomery Show. I'm Bruce Howard, and on our feature segment, we have part 1 of a 2-part series about the latest honor team of the University of Tulsa Hall of Fame. It's the 1982 football team that went 10-1. Here's part 1. The 1982 TU football team was looking to build on the success of the previous 5 years under head coach John Cooper, and the coach knew they could be good.
We were a physical team. We were a team that you had to beat us. We didn't beat ourselves. I loved that team. That team worked as hard as any team I ever coached.
The 82 team was a gritty team. We didn't have the best athletes in the world. We were well coached.
We all worked together, whether it was offense, defense, special teams, and we just enjoyed each other.
1982 was the epitome of a team. We're a bunch of guys. Cooper was real good about recruiting. 3-star guys, farm kids, blue-collar kids. But we literally moved as a team.
I just remember the team as a whole being fairly united, a fairly united group. Not just the offense, but also both sides of the ball.
In Game 1, TU drilled the Air Force Academy by 18 points, but then came a game in Fayetteville against Arkansas and the 13th-ranked Razorbacks, a 38-0 wake-up call.
But after the game, I think that's only, we made the coaches leave the locker room. And it's one of those, this is my senior year, we're on to something. Everybody, we're going back, we're going to work.
You know, everybody just came together and said, hey, there's no more of this going on. You know, for whatever the Arkansas game did to us, you know, who didn't do things right, we all said nobody did anything right. You know, let's step it up.
We did have some meetings without the coaches and so forth. You know, after losing the way we lost, you know, hey, we had a meeting ourselves. This is it. We're not going to get beat like this again.
Everybody keep their mouth shut. We're going to put in the time. We're going to put in the grind. And you should have seen that next 8 days, I guess, OSU. It was gladiator time.
Yes, it was Oklahoma State next at Skelly Stadium on a Sunday night. It was a tough physical struggle with the Hurricane holding a 12-0 early lead, but after OSU took the lead, the Hurricane roaring back to take a 19-15 lead with this Michael Gunner long TD jaunt. And with TU leading by 4, OSU drove to the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, with the Cowboys looking to retake the lead.
If the goal line stands, it was a first down. Each time they ran it with Ernest Anderson, I jammed the tight end, took on the load block, took on the ball carrier.
They stopped him 4 straight times inside the 5, and then Coach Coker got a little bit of matching.
After an illegal procedure penalty set TU back to the 1-yard line, wide receiver Keith Estes brought the play call into the huddle.
What I remembered it to be called was a 129 post. I can't remember all of it, but I do remember that. It was a play action pass.
What? And, you know, I just, you know, what did he just call? And you know how everyone's just like, okay.
I remember the defensive guy catching the ball and kind of bobbling it and then just kind of taking it away from him and running. And running as fast as I could, as far as I could, until I got knocked out of bounds.
That set Tulsa up in position for a field goal by Stu Crum. And an interception then by the TU defense by John Cooper set up yet another field goal by Crum. And the Golden Hurricane had knocked off OSU 25-15.
This game meant an awful lot to us. And we were the best team that day. We were the best team. I remember I think we ran a 15, 17 play drive against them. They couldn't stop us. So I think we were the better team.
It was complete jubilation because I said, we're going to shut their mouths, first of all. I said, you know, they thought they were bigger, they were better. We beat them.
It gave us confidence, you know, after coming off the Arkansas loss, it gave us confidence that maybe we did have a better team than we initially thought.
What the Oklahoma State game meant to us after we got that accomplished was we put the confidence back in and said, here we go, let's keep on moving. Just don't look back.
We had great coaches, we had players. We just had to make it work, and it was a great win.
Then it was another Big 8 team, Kansas, in Lawrence. And although the Hurricane dominated with their running game, it was tied 7-7 at halftime.
We come out at halftime, Bob Hope. We're talking Bob Hope. So me and Ives, the center, Ives looked at me and goes, let's go get a picture with Bob Hope.
That's Bob Hope. I mean, for us at that time in our era, Bob Hope, you know, he's the homecoming guy. Yeah, I want to meet Bob Hope also. You know, so we all see Bob Hope and so forth. And it's so it was a big deal for us.
And we're getting our picture, and the head referee screaming at us, get over here, he's gonna throw a flag. And I looks at the ref and he goes, throw the flag. Bob Hope, yelling this, you know. And Cooper comes over, what are you doing? And they threw a flag for delay of game. And Dave the whole time just, Bob Hope, man, so anyway, and KU's all upset because you could tell they just been tore up.
So a flag was thrown for delay of game, but that didn't stop Tulsa. Whether it was Bob Hope or an upset Coach Cooper that got Tulsa going, TU rolled on the way to a win in Lawrence, and now the Hurricane was 2-1 with wins over 2 Big 8 schools.
But I remember Tulsa World at one point, somebody had a cartoon drawing it. It said, Big 8 standings, and they had us listed like 2-0, which I thought was pretty cute.
So TU gets through the non-league schedule with a 3-1 record and wins over 2 Big 8 schools. On part 2 of our special on the 1982 football team, the Hurricane flattens the Valley. Next week on the Philip Montgomery Show.
Welcome back to the Philip Montgomery Show. I'm Rick Corey, along with the head coach of the Golden Hurricane, Philip Montgomery. I said a little time off because you have a Thursday game coming up in a little over a week, almost 2 weeks. So you don't really have 2 weeks complete. So how do you handle the time off?
Man, we'll give them the weekend right here, and then we're right back to work. The turnaround's going to be pretty quick, really, on the Thursday game because of travel and all of those things. So we got to continue to keep getting on the practice field and finding ways to get better.
Now, you've been a coach and a player. How much does a couple of days really help you as a player?
It does. I mean, just being able to physically kind of turn it off a little bit, kind of relax, get your mind back, get your body back, and you got to use that time the right way. But I know our guys will, and they'll come back and they'll be fresh and ready to go.
All right, we'll see you then a couple of weeks from now at South Florida, the Bulls and the Golden Hurricane.
Hey, thanks, guys, as the Golden Hurricane will be in Tampa for that matchup against South Florida. But don't forget, over my shoulder, you just saw it, the final home game for the University of Tulsa as they entertain the Temple Owls coming up on November 25th. And, of course, it's Senior Day, a chance for you to come out and say thank you to the seniors that gave their all for the Golden Hurricane. Again, if you want ticket information, 918-631-GO-TU or TulsaHurricane.com. For head coach Philip Montgomery, I'm Bruce Howard. So long for now.
The Philip Montgomery Show has been brought to you by St. Francis Health System, by River Spirit Casino, by Pepsi, and by Bill Knight Ford. The Philip Montgomery Show has been a presentation of Golden Hurricane Sports Properties and a Kane Vision production.